Well, hello. We are continuing our lesson from Friday. This time, we're still comparing fractions with the same numerator. Now, is the numerator the top or the bottom of the fraction? You're right. It is the top of the fraction. So it just has the same number of pieces, but the pieces aren't going to necessarily be the same size. So when we're doing these worksheets, we really need to draw pictures to see. And also, if you have your fraction strips, these will really help you as well, because this is physical. Like, you can just pull out whatever fractions they're talking about and look at them side by side. All right, so let's jump right in. As we are going to compare fractions, we're going to do the greater than or lesser than symbol. If you already looked at the first one, it has 1/8 and 1/2. Now, they drew 1/8 and 1/2, and they decided to use the pizza model, which is great because sometimes a circle makes it a little bit easier. So when we're looking at 1/8 and 1/2, they shaded in each one of those. Which one is bigger? Yeah, the 1/2 is bigger. That is a lot bigger piece than the 1/8 half. So they went ahead and they did 1/8 is less than 1/2. So remember, our greater than, lesser than signs, we make sure the mouth part of our alligator is eating the bigger. All right, the next one is 3/8 and 3/6. So we need to go ahead and start drawing that. I'm going to draw circles. My circles are not perfect. They don't have to be perfect. They just have to be kind of good. And you guys will probably have an easier job because you're not drawing on a computer. So those are 8s. And I have to do 6. Right. And so 3/8, 1, 2, 3. And 3/6, 1, 2, 3. Now I immediately noticed with 3/6 that I actually filled in half of my circle. Now, when we're looking at the 3/8, did I fill in half of my circle? No, this piece is obviously bigger. And if you don't think it's bigger, you should go ahead and get out your fraction strips. So pull out 8s and 6. Okay. I'm just going to pull out one of each because that's going to be a pretty okay way for me to figure it out. Because they both have the same amount. We just have to see which piece is bigger. Oh, they stuck together. Okay, there we go. So here is 1/6 and here is 1/8. Oops. Put them on top of each other. Which one is bigger? The 6th, right? So if I have 3 of these, it's going to be more than 3 of these. So I can go ahead and go in there and put my greater than or lesser than sign in. So which way am I going to point it? Am I going to point my mouth this way or that way? You're right, I'm going to point it towards the 6th. So 3/8 is less than 3/6. Now, I want you to do the same thing with the rest of the page. Do not be afraid to use your fraction strips if you need to use them, okay? That's what we have them for, right? And the problem solving on the bottom, you know the deal. We read the problem one time through, we underline what it's asking us to find, and then we circle the important information. Javier is buying food in the lunch line. The tray of salad plates is 3/8 full. The tray of fruit plates is 3/4 full. Which tray is more full? So we're going to go ahead and underline what it's asking us to find. Which tray is more full? And the important information is 3/8 and 3/4. Now these both have the same numerator. So we can go ahead and write them down. And then we're going to have to put the greater than or less than sign in the middle. But before we do that, let's draw a picture. So I'm going to draw 2 circles on the side here. You guys can use scrap paper if you want. I don't know if you're going to have enough space on here. So let's start with the 3/8. And then the 3/4. I cut them up and I got to change my color. 3/8. 1, 2, 3. 3/4. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, there is a huge difference between those two, isn't there? So which one is bigger? You're right. The 3/4 is bigger. So we're going to do our less than sign. 3/8 is less than 3/4. And our alligator or crocodile is eating him up. Okay. And you can do number 11 on your own. And I do want you to do number 12 because we have talked about this. Explain how the number of pieces in a whole relates to the size of the piece. So think about it when you're cutting up a pizza. You have less pieces. The pieces are, I pretty much just gave you the answer. All right, and the next page is kind of like a mini quiz. It's the same thing we were just doing. I want you to draw a picture and use your fraction strips. And then on the bottom, it's some review. And it's actually a review of fractions on the top, the money, and then I think that's just multiplication. Yeah, it's actually division. You guys got this. You're going to do a great job. You have a good rest of your day, guys.